Thank you for your time and interest tonight. My name is Tim Hall Jr., and I ask you to re-elect me to serve our district for another term.
I want to thank the union and the library for facilitating tonight's forum, which has provided me an opportunity to share my passion for providing a quality education to the students, all the students in Winthrop Harbor. It's my desire, and hopefully yours as well, that I continue to be part of this board, a board that I like to see made up of thoughtful people who can stay focused on what our task as a board and as a district are, so that we can continue to provide the best education that we can. I also want to thank each of you for coming out tonight. It shows your commitment, your desire to know and to be involved in the future of this district. Thank you for allowing me to serve on the board for the past 6 years, and I ask for your continued support to do so. Sorry. I breathed too many times there. Breathe. I believe you should elect me, Gina Rapolo Osborne, as I'm always willing to actively hear other people's opinions and facts. I can recognize that everyone is entitled to their opinion. I am diplomatic and wise enough to weigh all facets of an issue. Details to situations can be extremely important, as everything has consequences. The pebble in the pond effect. Being a parent of children who have both medical and learning concerns, I can bring a perspective that can see multiple layers to school and how complex and infinitely important some programs and aspects are to students. I am eager to be a part of a board that needs to promote the change that is quintessential for quality programming, teacher compensation, and fiscal responsibility. We have a financial budget hemorrhage. The milk is spilt whether or not others before us should have seen it coming or whether the state was unfair. Arguing solves little. I commit as a school board candidate to be creative in areas that first will not adversely affect our children's education. Our school district's dilemmas have to be met with the answers that are both financially sound and exquisitely sensitive, as problems are often multifactorial and thus can have a domino-like effect. As issues that come in front of the school board can affect students, teachers, every Winthrop Harbor resident and business, not only in the short term, but literally for generations in a community to come. Solutions will have to be dynamic and creative. There are options that are manageable. If we work judiciously, with tenacity and intense compassion, there will be solid groundwork. I believe if I help lay this groundwork, we can allow for alternative options so we are not in the same predicament in the next 5 years. I would like to thank the Winthrop Harbor Union teachers, the library, and our moderator for helping to execute such a great program so that all of us could be here to interact and hopefully gain some knowledge and be wise voters for what we as individuals want from a school board and to represent yourselves and your community.
Before I start, I want to say thank you to everyone. And you know, I'm really going to have a hard time placing my other 3 votes, really. And I'm almost considering not voting for myself because everyone's so good. And it is true. I think that we all have the same passion and the same ideas in what we want to accomplish as a school board. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and start. I hope that the community will vote for me in the upcoming election because I am willing to think for myself. I'm not easily swayed. I have sound judgment, a willingness to collaborate with the community, teachers, and administration. I have a sincere interest in the education in our community and to bring my experience in higher education and the ideals to our school system. There are going to be hard decisions to make. Parents in the community must be involved and voice their opinions, concerns, and support every step of the way. The reality of this situation is we will have to make sacrifices. The Winthrop Harbor School Board needs a broad base of members to review equally all possibilities while maintaining a quality education. If elected to the Winthrop Harbor School Board, it will give me the opportunity to represent our community's needs, to serve our children, and to build and sustain a fiscally responsible district, all of which will lead to the success and growth of Winthrop Harbor schools. I look forward to the opportunity. Thank you.
I think when I think back over when I started in 1989 in Winthrop Harbor, and it was frugal. Shut up, Rhonda. And Rhonda was in school. No. And budgeting was frugal. And I think, I mean, I left in 2003, but I don't think anybody went hog wild and said, woohoo, let's go spend all the money and let's give big raises. And I think, so when I think of things, I think of back in budgeting. It's hard, and you try to make do with what you have, and you try to make the cuts, and you try to balance, and it gets harder because, let me tell you, as the state is changing and they're cutting, the money is not coming in as fast on the taxpayer end, and it probably won't be. I mean, there are many less homes. There are different things on that. So it's really difficult to say. I think when I think of why I would be good on the board is because of my experience. 21 years of experience in budgeting, tax paying, and I've narrowed myself down to payroll and insurance because it is a lot. And every day when you look at all of the things that come in from the state, of all the changes that they have out there, it's unreal. Dr. Geiser gives us some of them, and there are, I don't know how many House bills out there. There is no way to keep up with all of them. You can try, and it's on there today, and it's not on there tomorrow. You know, 868 districts down to 300. Well, no, it's not going to be that. And so I think with my experience and knowing where to look and trying to watch it on that way, that I am knowledgeable in that area. And I think, and also in the community and the board and the teachers and the administration, everybody is great. And I think to try to keep the board afloat. And I'd like to thank everybody too for coming out, because it's great to see everybody involved, and hopefully it can stay that way. Thank you.
Sorry. Last round.
I've enjoyed all the years I've been on the board and serving for the district, and I hope I can continue to do that. We have a lot of good candidates here, and that's great. I'm glad to see that. And I would only add that no matter what the makeup of the board ends up being, I hope we have a positive attitude going forward. The people will work together. And these are a lot of problems that are not caused by our community, but caused by our fine state. So let's work together. It's good to have people here, and let's, I hope, no matter what, that continues to happen. Thanks very much.
I'd like to thank all the parents and teachers for coming out tonight. I think our teachers are one of the reasons our school does have high standards, and I know my son loves his teacher, and so I thank the teachers. I also think the small district is key, and you know, I will fight to try and keep that, try and fight to be fiscally responsible. I think those are some of the key issues that we do have facing us. I think it's key that the board will work together, whether it's a new board or the same board. I think it's great that we have this many people out. There's a lot of opinions, and I think that we can get some new ideas from that. So I would ask for your vote. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We certainly appreciate it, and we look forward to getting your votes, and hope everybody gets out and votes by April 5th. Based on my in-depth experience, I feel that I can offer expertise in the budgeting process and financial direction for the school district, as well as other professional criteria that I can bring to the table. I am concerned about the education of our children and do not want to see cuts that would put any of their education in jeopardy. Ensuring our children continue to have the best education, both academically and socially, must not be jeopardized. We must ensure prudent financial decisions within the district. A person that has had to work and negotiate with unions, been a leader, worked with all levels of employees and colleagues, has made tough decisions, knows how to budget and cut budgets, and is business savvy would be a positive addition to the Winthrop Harbor School District and School Board. That someone is me. This position is not a one evening a month job. It requires a lot of personal time, which I have and am willing to give. I ask for your vote on April 5th. It's Marion Swanson.
Did he say we don't get paid for this? No. Just kidding. Thank you, Nan and Belinda and everybody who put this thing together. It's great to have so many people interested in this, which it wasn't long ago that I wasn't going to a lot of these meetings either. But yeah, I'm just standing by the kids in this hard economy we have, and to pick a little from some of what other people said, like Ms. Giorgio and others, that that's my bottom line, is standing with the kids through this tough times. And the economy is going to obviously pick up again, and we'll be back on top, and hopefully we can maintain our school districts through this time.
I'm done.
Thank you.
Well, one of the great things about having so many candidates is there's a number of different personalities, backgrounds, and points of view. Obviously, the drawback is when you get everyone together and try to get to know them, it becomes pretty time-consuming. So as Nan said, we're getting kicked out of the building at 9 o'clock, correct? So hopefully the candidates are able to stick around and mingle a little bit. And if you have questions or concerns that didn't get addressed either through the questions or weren't covered in statements they made, hopefully the candidates will be available to talk to anyone who wants to talk to them. I'd like to first thank all the candidates for coming. I'd like to thank Billy Luke, who kept time very well, and appreciate that. And more than anybody, I think he needed to stay alert the whole time. So he did a great job at that, so we appreciate it. And of course, I'd like to thank Nan Hilliard for helping us out and moderating the event. Nan and Billy. And with that, that's it. So if the candidates are going to stick around, that'd be great. And if there are any questions you have for them, hopefully they'll be willing to talk to you.
Thank you all. Thank George for...
Oh, I'd like to also thank George Foster for videoing this.